everybody, WhatCulture Wrestling's Adam Clery here. Yes, the man who does the show about the Rumours, who said we probably weren't going to do any more shows about the Rumours, but does occasionally still do some shows about the Rumours, here for you today to do a show about the Rumours from home. Yes, that's right, it is AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view this coming Saturday, and because the promotion is a bona fide, legitimate IRL big deal now, so too is the coverage that surrounds them, meaning whenever there is a gap to be filled, whenever there is a mystery to be solved, there is plenty of speculation, whispers, tattletale, hearsay, all of that regarding what is going to happen. Thus, there is supply, so we fulfill your demand, or something. But before we get started, I just want to say it's a bit of a bummer, this video, because last year's Double or Nothing, I was actually in Las Vegas to go and see it live. And the way we shot this video is we walked around this giant conference center, we told you the Rumours, then we asked random fans and assorted wrestlers who were kicking about what they thought about them. Then that night, my friend Cara, she took me down Fremont Street, we got to see Good Charlotte for free, and then we got absolutely annihilated. I was wearing my space jacket, I had some cool sunglasses on. It was probably the most fun day I've ever had in my life. And today, fast forward 1 year, we're recording it from inside the studio flat that I have been stuck in for about 9 weeks. But it's really important that you make your own happiness in this life, so I am absolutely 1000% still going to be wearing the space jacket, even though I'm stuck in the house. I have got my cool blue sunglasses to hand, and it's 5 p.m. somewhere, so I have a delicious, Long Island iced tea. So, without further ado, my name is Adam Clery. This is still the Wrestling Rumours Advisory Board, and these are all the last minute rumours you need to know about AEW Double or Nothing. Number 7, Sting arrives in AEW. Now, on the surface, there are a million reasons to be sniffy about the idea of a 61-year-old man coming out of relative obscurity to get given both a platform and a spotlight in a promotion that is adamant it prefers to give it to its own stars. Another big name who made his name big in the promotions of yesteryear, just rolling up inside Tony Khan's big top sideshow circus for a delicious slice of that nostalgia dollar. The compelling counter-argument to all of this, of course, is just shut up, you nerds, Sting in AEW would be cool, so it's actually impossible to say whether it's good or bad. However, the Legends deal WWE saw fit to put him on when they wanted to A, put him in the Hall of Fame, B, have Triple H rub out both his face paint and his legacy, and then C, Seth Rollins put his back out in a series of incredibly ill-advised table spots, has expired, and for reasons known only to them, they've chosen not to pick it up. And better yet, according to Big Banter Uncle Dave and the magical fairies and gremlins of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, you've missed this video, there is something in the report linking him to AEW. Now yes, Double or Nothing might come too soon for all of that, but why not?
Sting in AEW? Sweet. Hope he plays Englishman in New York.
To be fair, actually, 1 second. That's better. To be fair, I have heard a fair bit of buzz about this one being true, because his name's Sting. Oh, I've missed this.
I guarantee you there will be one whining tosser whining that AEW have signed an ex-WWE guy. I swear to God, when it happens, it'll be worse than staying indoors for 2 months.
Number 6, the Revival debut. Right now, there is probably not a bigger stack of money in pro wrestling just sitting on a table being unused than there is where it comes to the Revival / the Revolt / FTR and the Young Bucks. One team that signifies the best of tag team wrestling's past, one team that embodies the best of tag team wrestling's present, a matchup which is undoubtedly tag team wrestling's future. Now, I came up with that, but if they want it for the poster, they can have it. Divided by geographic borders and then rival promotions, the door finally swung ajar for this match to happen when the Revival left WWE. They are apparently free to go and do whatever the hell they want at the minute, but as yet, it's all been a bit quiet. That, of course, hasn't stopped the Young Bucks from literally teasing this happening by putting a giant FTR in the sky in a recent episode of Being the Elite, and we all expected that to naturally follow into a debut on Dynamite, but so far, nada, nothing. They haven't been seen, almost as if somebody is waiting for a big pay-per-view and a big audience to make this big debut. Now, given that AEW does like to bring in the big names on the big shows, and last year's Double or Nothing set the bar pretty high with Jon Moxley not being a work, smart money.
I cannot wait for this. Zayn Riley and Caleb Conley, the PWX World Tag Team Champions, finally in AEW. What's that? That's not the right Revolt.
No flips, just cease and desist. I need a new name, boys. To be fair, though, I really hope this one happens. Huge fan of cash and sex. That is what they're called, right?
Ooh, yes please, but change your bloody names. You sound like Exhibit blinged up one of the baddies from Return to Oz.
Number 5, Tyson interferes in the TNT match. Alright, now 2 facts for you to consider here. 1, AEW will crown its first ever TNT champion when Cody takes on Lance Archer at Double or Nothing in the final of its inaugural tournament. And fact 2, Mike Tyson. If you think I fumbled my words there and forgot to say something, no, I actually haven't. Mike Tyson is as much a statement of fact as it is the man's name. Not Mike Tyson will interfere in the match, not Mike Tyson will present the winner with the championship, just Mike Tyson. Everything you need to know about this is contained in those 2 words. Anyway, yes, sorry, I realise you're here for the flurry of intrigue, so I won't disappoint you. Mike Tyson is involved in a wrestling match here, and the last time he was involved in a wrestling match was at WrestleMania, where he got into the ring and he socked Shawn Michaels right in the face, turning his back on DX and siding with Austin instead. So, naturally, people are like, oh, well, he's going to punch one of them. Weirdly, though, Archer doesn't need Mike Tyson's help to beat Cody, and Cody isn't the kind of man who would accept his help to beat Lance Archer, so quite how he factors into this, I mean, your guess is as good as mine, but all the reports are saying that he will in some capacity.
Really looking forward to convicted rapist Mike Tyson becoming the new brand ambassador for Brandy Rhodes' new AEW Heels Women's Movement. Remember, kids, AEW is for everyone.
Ooh, what about the Attitude Era? Yeah, someone's getting chinned.
I really hope the guy with the horrendous face tattoo doesn't get help from the former boxing heavyweight champion.
Number 4, Drew Gulak is the surprise entrant. I'll be honest with you, all the rest of these are just about the ladder match, so if you don't care about the ladder match, then I got nothing for you. Yeah, it's been a pretty bizarre fortnight for Daniel Bryan's training partner, as his mother calls him, after a barnstorming little short match in the Intercontinental Championship tournament, coming as it did at the end of a glory period for his time on the main roster. He was just gone. His contract expired and he left, and then he kind of got a bit Chris Benoit in all the social media posts. Weird. Even by WWE's bizarre standards, in a climate where everything is just constantly bizarre, this was bizarre. However, unlike his colleagues who were all released on Black Wednesday, Gulak does not have the problem of a no-compete clause in his contract, so he's free to go wherever he likes and do whatever he wants. Even weirder than that, though, despite what everybody thinks about AEW, they could actually use a technical guy. Like, after all that, after everybody saying it's just technical guys who nobody cares about, here is a technical guy that apparently nobody cares about, and they probably need him. They've just introduced so many big lumps and explosive high flyers. Someone whose game is all mat-based would actually be a bit of a change. So it feels like a really good fit, especially when you consider he is a WWE guy, but nobody really thinks about Drew Gulak's WWE run, so perfect fit.
Drew Gulak's entrance to AEW, probably.
Oh my god, what's Drew Gulak doing in the Impact Zone? Nah, Gulak leaving the WWE's a work, come on. When have I ever been wrong about that?
Drew Gulak's surely better off in NXT now, which is so uncool it's the real no-fly zone.
Number 3, Brian Cage is the surprise entrant. Yes, quite probably the most likely man to be the 27th, I forget how many there is, entrant in this ladder match. Brian Cage had as good as signed for AEW until he suffered a horrendous injury, but according to the man himself on Instagram, he has been declared fit for work. He will definitely be signing with AEW at some point, it's just a question of when. What's that, Adam? How can you be so sure he's going to join AEW? Well, for a start, he's pretty much buddies with every single person on the roster, and, well, he was brilliant in the All-In Battle Royal and would have done loads more with the company had he not injured his, well, for a man like me who looks like me to look at a man like Brian Cage who looks like Brian Cage and tell you precisely which one of those muscles it was he injured, I can't really, to be honest with you. The guy has muscles in places I don't even have the places. Plus, big lumbering former Impact gym freaks are brilliant in multi-man ladder matches. Just look at EC3.
I had to sit there at Starcast once while Simon Miller and Brian Cage talked about muscles or something for about 20 minutes. He had this little lunchbox that was filled with probably protein sandwiches or something, I guess. Seemed like a nice guy, though.
Well, speaking of cages, Florida's state constitution says pregnant pigs can't be kept in cages. Yeah, I got nothing for this one.
Really, Brian Cage? Oh my wellness, I mean goodness, oh my goodness.
Number 2, Pac is the surprise entrant. Alright, so science time now for you. The hardest pop to generate in pro wrestling is one that comes from an existing member of the roster. Either you've got to cultivate an enormous game-changing face turn, like think Austin deciding to chin the entire alliance on his own, or you've got to wrap a mystery and a puzzle and an intrigue and an enigma and stuff like that, and have them be the person who solves it. Think Hornswoggle, illegitimate son or something. However, one of the benefits of the current circumstances means that when a lot of these stars in companies do eventually return, it's going to feel like a debut all over again, and you are going to get these mega pops. However, one of the other problems of said circumstances is getting somebody all the way from sun-drenched Newcastle upon Tyne, England, where I am, to the, I presume, dreary, windy and rainy Jacksonville, Florida, where Double or Nothing is, well, yeah, at best it's like not possible, at worst it's breaking international law. Breaking a global lockdown is a bad look for any company to have, especially when New Japan is still going, no, we're not doing any shows because it's dangerous, you idiots. But I will say one thing about Tony Khan, he has the money to do that. That being said though, the view afforded to me from my luxury penthouse in Newcastle upon Tyne, England does mean I can sort of see the flight path between here and the United States, and as yet, I'm yet to see a private jet taking off, so maybe not.
Hey Salty, do you want Pac back in AEW? Yeah, he does. Too sweetly, bro. Yeah.
How weird, man. Warboy Pac, can he get another the casino? I'm getting paid for this.
I'd rather see him chin Richard Keys than the AEW World Champion, to be honest.
Number 1, CM Punk is the surprise entrant. CM Punk is not going to be the surprise entrant at AEW's Double or Nothing ladder match. He's just, I'm sorry to you, I'm sorry to everybody who's writing that he might be, but he's not. He isn't going to be. That's not going to happen. I could detail all the arguments behind why people think this is going to happen and why it won't happen, but it pretty much always just boils down to there is a person who's going to be on this who we don't know in CM Punk. He's still not gone back to WWE, still not officially signed with anybody, so it could be him. But while this argument is always the same, so too is the end result. It is not him. It is never him. Every big AEW show, every single Royal Rumble, Christ, even War Games, somebody made the argument that it's definitely going to be CM Punk. If you listen to the right people, they will tell you that Mustafa Ali's branding being all over the SmackDown hacker is just a red herring because it's actually going to be the voice of the voiceless. It's not. And yeah, people always write about it because it still generates web page impressions leading to pay-per-click advertising revenue. And yes, I am well aware of the irony of complaining about that on a video which is largely advertising revenue dependent. But what are you going to do, man? Hate the player, not the game. Wait.
I'm on a boat! Well, this is an easy one considering CM Punk is my new best friend on Twitter. Hi, Phil. Are you going to Double or Nothing? Winky face. Oh, it just says lol nope.
Right, that's 10 minutes.
So, there you have it. Those are all the last minute rumours for AEW Double or Nothing, and my god, I have missed this gig. Let me know what you made of it all in the comments below, as well as any shouts of your own. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. In the meantime, though, thank you so much for watching. I've, of course, been Adam Clery. Enjoy your weekends, everybody, and I will see you soon. Goodbye. That was good fun. I missed these.